Describing behavior in observable terms in ABA therapy means to provide a clear and objective account of what is directly observable or measurable about the behavior. It involves describing the behavior in a way that can be seen, heard, or otherwise detected by an observer without making assumptions or interpretations about internal states or thoughts. Here are some key considerations when describing behavior in observable terms. 1. Focus on what can be seen or heard. Describe the specific actions or vocalizations that are directly observable. Avoid making assumptions about the internal processes or intentions behind the behavior. 2. Use descriptive language. Use precise and descriptive language to provide a clear picture of the behavior. Be specific about the actions, movements, sounds, or gestures involved. 3. Avoid vague or subjective terms. Avoid using terms that are open to interpretation or subjective judgment. Instead, use terms that can be clearly defined and objectively identified. 4. Be objective and neutral. Maintain an objective and neutral stance when describing behavior. Stick to the facts and avoid incorporating personal opinions or value judgments. 5. Be specific about timing and context. Include information about when and where the behavior occurs to provide a complete and accurate description. Consider the setting, situation, or antecedent events that may influence the behavior. For example, instead of saying the child is defiant, a more observable and measurable description would be, the child refuses to follow instructions by crossing arms, shaking head, and saying no when presented with a demand during the task session. By describing behavior in observable terms, it promotes clarity, consistency, and objectivity in data collection, analysis, and communication among professionals involved in ABA therapy. Let's see 4 examples of how to describe behaviors and the environment in observable and measurable terms in ABA therapy. 1. Example: aggression behavior. Inadequate description. Child displays aggressive behavior frequently. Observable and measurable description. Child engages in hitting, scratching, or biting others at a rate of 3 occurrences per 30-minute observation session. 2. Example: compliance behavior. Inadequate description. Child sometimes follows instructions. Observable and measurable description. Child complies with simple one-step instructions within an average latency of 5 seconds, achieving a 90% compliance rate across 10 trials. 3. Example: attention-seeking behavior. Inadequate description. Child seeks attention from peers. Observable and measurable description. Child engages in behaviors such as making loud noises, interrupting conversations, or physically approaching peers to gain their attention, with an average frequency of 5 occurrences per 10-minute peer interaction session. 4. Example: classroom environment inadequate description. Classroom is distracting. Observable and measurable description. The classroom environment includes multiple visual stimuli, such as colorful posters and interactive displays, with an average noise level of 70 decibels and frequent interruptions occurring every 5 minutes on average. In each example, the observable and measurable descriptions provide specific details about the behavior being targeted or the environment being observed. They use quantifiable terms such as frequency, rate, latency, or specific behaviors to accurately describe what is being observed. This type of description enables precise data collection, promotes consistency in measurement, and allows for clear communication among members of the ABA therapy team.